Hena, 3 former chief election commissioners sued over holding fake elections. Disciplinary action to be taken against absent police officers, says Home Advisor. U.S. apparel labor associations urge Dr. Yunus to release workers arrested during wage protests. Assalamu alaikum, this is Chaudhry Sama. Welcome to your TV News. You have just the Crown 7 headlines. Now let's move on to the details. A lawsuit has been filed today in Chattogram against 18 individuals, including former Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina and 3 former chief election commissioners, accusing them of orchestrating fake parliamentary elections in 2014, 2018 and 2024. The complaint was brought by Ikramul Karim, former General Secretary of the Chittagong Metropolitan Unit of BNP and a 70-year-old resident of Chatashari Road in the city's Chowk Bazar area. The complaint claims that these elections were held without public participation and resulted in the declaration of unelected members of parliament. The court has ordered the investigation to proceed, with a report expected in the coming weeks.
ইলেকশন কমিশন এবং যারা ভুয়া এমপি নির্বাচিত হয়েছে দাবি করেছে তাদের বিরুদ্ধে মামলাটা আনিছি সংবিধানের আলোকে রাষ্ট্রদ্রোহিতার অভিযোগে। কারণ আমাদের সংবিধানে লেখা আছে যদি কোনো ব্যক্তি তার কোনো কর্মকাণ্ডের দ্বারা রাষ্ট্রীয় প্রতিষ্ঠানের প্রতি জনগণের আস্থা নষ্ট করে তাহলে রাষ্ট্রদ্রোহিতার অপরাধে অপরাধী হবে।
Home Affairs Advisor Lieutenant General retired Jahangir Alam Chaudhary today emphasized a firm stance on police officers absent from duty between August 1st and 17 September. He made the remark following the closing parade of the 40th BCS Ansar Cadet Officer at the Bangladesh Ansar and VDP Academy in Shofipur. Those who have not returned to duty will not be allowed back, and they are taking both disciplinary and legal actions against them, he said, clarifying that the number of absent police officers is small. He added that most of these officers are involved in misconduct and urged for collective efforts to bring them to justice.
যারা কর্মযোগ এখনো জয়েন করে নাই তাদের আর জয়েন করতে দেওয়া হবে না এবং তাদের ক্ষেত্রে ডিসিপ্লিনারি অ্যাকশন নেওয়া হবে। তাদের থেকে কোনো ধরনের তাদের মাফ করা হবে না। তারা হয়তো এর ভিতরে কিছু কিছু আছে যারা বিভিন্ন অপকর্মের সাথে জড়িত, এই জন্যই তারা জয়েন করে নাই।
The American Apparel and Footwear Association, the U.S. National Trade Association representing apparel, footwear and other sewn products companies, and the Fair Labor Association, a U.S. non-profit organization, have urged the interim government of Bangladesh to immediately release those arrested during the fall 2023 protests over minimum wage. They also call for the removal of all criminal charges against those arrested over minimum wage protests at the time. In a joint letter sent to Chief Advisor Dr. Muhammad Yunus, they further urged the interim government to move swiftly this year to a transparent and regular annual minimum wage review mechanism for the garment, footwear and travel goods industries, with all stakeholders at the table. The 2 U.S. associations urged that a transparent annual minimum wage review that fully includes all stakeholders versus the current 5-year review enables the government to better respond to current economic circumstances without imposing sudden, huge burdens on the industry or workers. The interim government has said the commissioned officers of the Bangladesh Army have been granted magistracy power to enhance public service and ensure law and order.
রাষ্ট্র যখন মনে করে জনগণের স্বার্থে রাষ্ট্রীয় প্রয়োজনে দরকার তখন এই ধরনের আদেশ দিতে হয়। এটার প্রসিডিউর আছে, অনেকগুলো হাত হয়ে শেষ পর্যন্ত আদেশটা জারি করতে হয় জনপ্রশাসন মন্ত্রণালয়। ইট ইজ দি প্রসিডিউর অফ দি ল অফ দি সিস্টেম অফ দি গভর্নমেন্ট। সরকার মনে করছে এই পরিস্থিতিতে যেহেতু মাঠের বিস্তৃত পর্যায়ে আমাদের সেনাবাহিনীর বিভিন্ন লেভেল কাজ করছে, এরা মনে করেছে যে আমাদের এটা হলে দি পারপাস অফ দি গভর্নমেন্ট ইজ সিকিউর দি সিটিজেন্স অ্যান্ড উই আর সার্ভিং ফর দি স্টেট। এই জন্য এটা এখন ফিল করা হলো যে এই মুহূর্তে এটা দরকার। এবং একটা টার্গেট বলে দেওয়া হয়েছে অনলি ফর 60 days.
The Criminal Investigation Department has registered 17 cases against Beximco Group Vice Chairman Somoyer Sathe and 27 others for allegedly laundering about 83 million USD under the guise of export trade. The CID's probe conducted under the Money Laundering Prevention Act found that Salman and his brother ASF Rahman, who is also the chairman of Beximco Group, were involved in laundering about 83 million USD through exported goods against 93 LCs from the Janata Bank PLC during the period between 2021 and 2024. The export proceeds, however, were not brought back to Bangladesh. BNP chairperson Begum Khaleda Zia is expected to return her Gulshan residence today after receiving treatment for 6 days at Evacare Hospital in the capital. She is scheduled to discharge from the hospital today as per the advice of the medical board, said Azadam Zahid Hussain, Khaleda Zia's personal physician and a BNP standing committee member. He said the BNP chief underwent various medical tests during her stay in the hospital since early Thursday. The former Prime Minister has long been battling various ailments, including liver cirrhosis, arthritis, diabetes, and issues related to her kidney, lung, heart, and eyes. BNP Secretary General Mirza Fakhrul Islam Alamgir has warned his fellow party members that they will face the same situation if they behave like the Awami League. He said while addressing a rally in Thakurgaon today. Recalling the oppression during the previous autocratic regime, he said the fascist regime led by Sheikh Hasina set up Aina Ghar, a torture chamber, to torment BNP and Jamaat leaders and activists. The terrible monster murdered around 2,000 people. He reminded the collective responsibility of the majority to protect the minority and urged everyone to remain watchful to prevent any untoward incidents during the upcoming festival of Puja.
আমাদের লোকজনকে গুলি করে মেরে দেয় সীমান্তে। আমরা ভালোভাবে থাকতে চাই তাদের সঙ্গে, অর্থাৎ প্রতিবেশী হিসাবে থাকতে চাই, কিন্তু আমাদের উপরে যদি কোনো অন্যায় অত্যাচার হয় তার প্রতিবাদ আমরা জানাবো। ফ্যাসিবাদী সরকার, হাসিনা সরকার, পুলিশ সরকার কতগুলো খুন করেছে জানেন? এই 4-5 এই আন্দোলনের সময় খুন করেছে 2,000 মানুষ।
The explosion on the oil tanker MT Subarna Shorjo in Bangladesh early this month underscores the lack of adequate international and national regulations, oversight and labor rights protections in the shipbreaking industry, Human Rights Watch and the NGO Shipbreaking platform say today. 6 workers have died and 4 remain in critical condition after the September 7 blast. Ship owners frequently use a network of middlemen and loopholes to circumvent international regulations that prohibit the export of ships to dismantling facilities in Bangladesh that do not have adequate environment or labor protections. Before ending, let's have a look on the Cronsman headlines once again. Hasina, 3 former chief election commissioners sued over holding fake elections. Disciplinary action to be taken against absent police officers, says Home Advisor. U.S. Apparel Labor Associations urge Dr. Yunus to release workers arrested during wage protests. And that's all from the newsroom for now. To know updates, videos of this bulletin, visit our website www.ntvbd.com. Besides, visit our YouTube and verified Facebook page for updates over NTV's all popular programs and bulletins. Our next bulletin, Shondar Khabor, will be aired in Bangla at 7:30 p.m. Thank you for being with us. Have a good time.